Imagine a land wide and complex, where concrete breathes and satellites whisper above ancient plains, where glowing screens follow you from dawn to dusk, and stories, real or imagined, flow like rivers through wires and waves. This is America, not the one in headlines, but the one underneath them, where men like Elon Musk dream of galaxies, and others, like Bill Clinton, remember the hum of a different machine, where past and present lean into each other, like old friends who no longer agree, but still speak. Tonight, you're not here to analyze, you're here to drift, through ordinary lives, extraordinary ambitions, and the silent spaces in between. Let the noise of the day fall away, let the pulse of America slow, just enough for you to hear what lies beneath. The new American rhythm. Every day lives in a digital empire. Picture a young woman in Austin, Texas. She's wearing noise-canceling headphones, typing away at a laptop with a cracked corner, balancing her remote job with rising rent, cryptocurrency side projects, and late-night TikToks about economic collapse, served with humor. Or a man in Akron, Ohio, driving for a delivery app, carrying a phone, a thermos of lukewarm coffee, and the quiet ache of former factory work, now long gone. America, today, is a rhythm of contrasts. Smart homes speak in smooth voices, while families in trailer parks unplug microwaves to avoid power surges on hot summer days. Urban sidewalks buzz with electric scooters, while distant farmland crackles with drought and old tractors held together by hope and duct tape. And then there's the screen. Always the screen. It follows people from breakfast news to bedtime dooms. Yet, in all of it, there's something familiar, like the hum of a refrigerator at midnight. Life continues, persistent, inventive, uncertain. Americans smile, hustle, argue, pray, they rebuild. Sometimes in small ways, sometimes only in spirit. They survive on caffeine and contradictions, on ambition and exhaustion, on Wi-Fi and willpower. As you lie back and listen, feel that quiet pulse beneath the data and debate. A country endlessly moving, and yet, somehow, still.
Elon Musk and Bill Clinton. Legacy and power. Imagine two men born into very different Americas, each carrying a kind of fire. One, Elon Musk, with eyes always fixed beyond the horizon towards stars, chips, satellites, and silent algorithms. He doesn't walk. He launches, from PayPal to Mars, from electric highways to neural links dancing across the human brain. The other, Bill Clinton, grew up in the hum of Arkansas, where politics smelled like sweat and sweet tea. He learned to charm before he could legislate, to navigate power with a saxophone smile and a lawyer's precision. And yet, here they are. Two names etched into the modern American psyche, symbols of different eras, different kinds of control. Elon speaks the language of engineers, but moves markets with memes. He sleeps few hours, reads obscure science, and walks factory floors like a man chasing something no one else can see. Clinton, in contrast, understood the rhythm of crowds. He knew when to pause, when to grin, when to look tired just enough. He spoke like he was remembering something from your own life. And maybe that was his greatest invention. Their legacies crossed like satellite paths in the night sky, one building systems, the other maneuvering within them. And now, in the backdrop of today's America, they remain. Clinton, the ghost of a democratic era, sometimes summoned to comment, to guide, to warn. And Musk, a presence too large to escape, his shadow long over policy, culture, and even humor. In boardrooms, college dorms, Twitter threads, they are invoked as ambition, as warning, as prophecy. They may never sit at the same table, but their stories run side by side through data streams, infrastructure dreams, and political memories. As you breathe softly, let their echoes drift past you. Neither villain nor hero, just men shaped by the tides they tried to master. And as the night deepens, so too does the silence between their words. Culture, secrets, and digital mythology. Imagine a culture that never truly sleeps, where 24-hour news scrolls endlessly and conspiracy theories travel faster than truth. But behind the headlines, beneath the surface of trending hashtags and political memes, there's a quieter America, built on layers of belief, ritual, myth, digital, and ancient at once. In past civilizations, temples held secrets. Today, servers do. There's a sacredness now to the way people gather in silence to watch a rocket launch, or the way they whisper in forums about secret government labs, ancient ruins under the Grand Canyon, or buried alien technologies in the Nevada sands. You may not believe it, but belief isn't always the point. Like myth, these stories fill a space left by uncertainty, by gaps in power, by the hunger to feel connected to something larger than work emails and traffic lights. Elon Musk becomes not just a man, but a symbol of potential, danger, hope, disruption. In memes, he is a wizard. In some corners of the internet, a false prophet. In others, a digital Prometheus. Clinton, meanwhile, lingers in a softer mythology, a time of economic boom and presidential scandal. He appears in late-night jokes, documentaries, college textbooks, but always through the haze of nostalgia and controversy. Together, they are part of the American myth machine, where tech titans are mistaken for philosophers and politicians for prophets. But as you lie, still now, know this. The real story is not in what they did. It's in how people remember them, shape them, share them, argue over them in dimly lit kitchens and glowing screens just before bed. That's where culture lives now, in pixels and passwords, in archives and algorithms, in silence between two taps on glass. So rest now. Let the myths wander on without you. Let them dissolve softly into dreams that ask no questions. The divide in a digital age imagine. Two Americas, both real, both watching the same sunrise from very different windows. In one, the view is from a San Francisco penthouse where walls respond to voice commands, coffee brews itself, and the car downstairs doesn't need a driver. In the other, the view is through a cracked screen door onto a gravel driveway in rural Kentucky, where Wi-Fi flickers with the wind and every dollar is planned before it arrives. This is the quiet divide, not shouted about on the news, not even always seen, but felt in the way some breathe with ease and others with effort. Elon Musk lives in a world of billion-dollar launches, tweets that move stock markets, and homes near rocket hangars. His lifestyle is not just wealth, it's velocity. Every moment calculated, optimized, branded. Clinton once walked the White House halls, ate dinners with heads of state, spoke to millions in a single sentence. And though his power has shifted into the past, he still moves in circles that glide rather than stumble. And then there is everyone else. The ones who don't trend, who watch speeches while folding laundry, who fix their own brakes and scroll through job listings at midnight. They are not invisible, but they are quiet. And in that quiet, a kind of resilience. They dream too, but differently. Not of Mars, but of making rent. Not of AI, but of getting their kid through college without drowning in debt. The elite move fast, but the country moves slowly. Its heartbeat steady, its needs ancient. And somewhere between those speeds, between silicon and silence, is the story of a nation still learning how to live together. So tonight, rest in neither world. Let go of wealth and worry. Let go of power and pressure. Let your breath belong only to you. You are not part of their machine. You are part of something deeper, a stillness they may never touch.
A gentle goodbye. Yesterday's echo, tomorrow's calm, so now, you've drifted across time. You've walked among satellite dreams and southern stories, you've heard the hum of machines and the hush of forgotten streets. You've stood quietly beside Elon Musk as he stared into galaxies not yet named. And you've listened to the echo of Bill Clinton's era, a voice both familiar and fading. But more than that, You've felt America not as a nation of headlines, but as a land of rhythms, of soft footfalls in suburban kitchens, of buses hissing in early morning frost, of fingers tapping screens in a language the world now speaks. It's easy to forget how much is built in silence. How much meaning hides in the spaces between speeches, between the data, between the noise. Tonight, you don't need to choose a side. You don't need to understand every law or decode every plan. You only need this moment, this slow breath, this soft unraveling of thought, this stillness wrapped in story. Let the pulse of the past settle. Let the flickering lights of ambition dim for a while. Let the weight of the day float up and away, like steam from a quiet midnight mug. And as sleep gently arrives, remember. The world turns whether you watch or not. And sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is rest. Good night, from the quiet corners of America to wherever your breath takes you.